Hello, I'm Suffocation, and I've had a question a lot from people who I've spoken to in real life and on the internet, asking me why I still buy CDs. Primarily it's because CD is still a format that I listen to a lot. It's very convenient for me to just stick on a CD in the car or on my CD player over there. A common rebuttal to that is, well, you've got a computer, haven't you? Why can't you just listen to it on there? And that's absolutely true, and a lot of the time I do that, but I still like to buy CDs because I like to have the physical copy. A lot of people understand this, like, I like to have the physical copy, I like to have something to read through. But again, like, another common rebuttal to this is, well, why don't you just get the vinyl, because it's the same thing but bigger? Well, I do have a few vinyls, but the thing is, in terms of downloads, CDs, and vinyl, vinyls are quite big, and digital download is nothing. It's basically non-existent apart from data. Whereas CDs are just in the middle zone, really. They're small enough to have a lot of and still store efficiently. So. Even though, like I said, I do have a lot of vinyls, I do like to own the CD itself. But the main reason why I still like to buy CDs, I think it's a reason why a lot of people still like to buy CDs. It's to support the band. Now, there's a lot of controversy regarding this, around the whole supporting the band thing. I've heard a number of arguments which I'll address. The main one is they say, well, why should I buy music if me liking the band should be support enough? Which is kind of silly, because as much as music is an art form, music is a business. No matter what anyone says, it is a business. And for a band to stay afloat, they have to make money. I remember talking to a group of people that knew the guys from Evile. If this isn't true, then just disregard it completely, because I don't know how trustworthy this information is. But I heard that Evile, the members from that band, still had jobs in Game Station, even though they were playing at big festivals like Sonosphere and Bloodstock, purely because they didn't make enough money from album sales. So what I'm trying to get at here is the bands do need support, and a lot of people say oh, well, I support the band by going to the shows, going to the gigs, paying for a ticket, buying a T-shirt, which is absolutely fine. Continue going and doing that. But the problem is, it's okay if the band is big enough, but if it's a smaller band, here in England, Enter Furum and Hammerfall recently played shows, and they only had one date. In fact, Blind Guardian as well, they only had one date, all of them in London, which is obviously the capital. So that's where they're going to get most sales, or at least that's probably what they believe. See, they only play that one show because, or at least this is what I believe, based on things I've heard online and from record companies and stuff. The reason why bands go to specific places is based on the record sales. So if everyone just downloaded it illegally, and no one bought the CDs whatsoever, then chances are that band would never turn up to your country, because there's no statistical evidence, legal statistical evidence, that there's any interest there. So if everyone, let's say every metal fan in England bought the new Enter Furum CD, the Spine Farm, I think that's their record company, would say, holy shit, look at all the interest that's happening in England for Enter Furum, let's do a full tour there, everyone would love it. And so they would get 5 or 6 dates as opposed to one. So there you go, that's I guess that's, in case you didn't know, that's a reason why a band won't show up to your particular country. I know it's a bit shit, but I think that's how it goes anyway. Another complaint is that oh, when you buy a CD, most of the money goes to the record company. Like, the band hardly see any of that money. Which, I'm not a professional on this, but this is how I think it goes. So, tell me, who do you think pays the band? Like, who do you think gives them their checks? The record company does. Where does the record company get their money from? Record sales. So, when people buy the albums, or albums from that band, they are then, from that money, they are then able to pay the band. So, there we go. Yeah, we are paying, like, there is a middleman, but the bands are still getting their money. Now, I just want to say about the whole illegal downloading thing. Personally, I don't do it because, like I said before, I believe in supporting the bands through album sales, as well as going to the shows and buying t-shirts and whatever. But I just want to say that, like, I don't care about other people doing it. Like, I'm not, like, pissed off at people for doing it. Sort of like what Henry Rollins said at one of his talks when I saw him at Wacken. He said he was talking to this kid in this one country, I can't remember where it was, but he said the kid showed him his music collection, and all of it was illegally downloaded. And Henry Rollins asked where he got all this music from, and I think the kid said that he either downloaded it or he got it off his friends that did download it. And Rollins was like, oh, well, you know that's stealing, right? And the kid said, no, it's not stealing, because you're not, like, physically stealing something. And I got the impression that Henry Rollins had this conversation a lot, and his reply was perfect. No, it is stealing, but don't worry about it, I'm not Lars Ulrich. Which I think is perfect. Because there is that whole free will thing. If you don't want to, if you can't, like, if you don't want to pay for it, or you can't pay for it, but that music still gives you that buzz and, like, makes you feel happier, then, like, who am I to say that that's wrong? And a lot of bands agree with that. Like, I know that Disturbed are shunned by the metal community, but I think David Draiman one time said that he didn't really mind the whole downloading music thing, because as long as people were, like, you know, feeling his message, then why should he get so pissed off about it? And which I think is a great point, actually. But yeah, I still personally like to buy CDs. I'm sure that people will still say, like, oh, but why buy CDs? It's a dead format. Like, there's no point. You could just have it all on digital. You can use Spotify. You can use this. You can use that. You can download this. Oh, why don't you just download the music, buy the vinyl, and then never open it and keep it as a collector's item? Which, by the way, is silly, because I think that a vinyl or a CD is like a guitar. Like, you don't buy it to never play it. You know what I mean? So there we go. That's my opinion on why I like to still buy CDs. Like, just, I want to support the bands, and, like, with dwindling album sales, honestly, I think that every little helps. So if my album sale can put forward even 1 ounce of a reason why a band should come to my country, then I'm going to buy that CD and hopefully get them over here, because I think it's worth it. Like, it doesn't take too much space up anyway, and CDs are a nice little habit of mine, because with big things I spend a lot of money on one big thing in one go, whereas CDs are a nice little constant thing where I buy, like, an album for a tenner or 15 quid. It's fine by me, really. But again, I'm not saying that anyone is wrong in what they're doing, and if you don't have the means to pay for it, but you still find the music uplifts your mood and, like, makes you feel better, then I can't say that that's wrong. I mean, the FBI would probably say it's still wrong, but there we go. Humans have free will. I mean, it's not exactly like you've killed a person or something. It is only music after all. So yeah, that was my long-winded reason why I still buy CDs, and probably will continue to until they go out of production. I actually wonder if they ever will go out of production, because like vinyl has made a massive comeback now. They've even started selling vinyls again in HMV, like only like really big popular albums to make people really want to buy them. But it would be great to see vinyls again just in the store. I found it kind of funny actually, people telling me, oh, they're starting to sell vinyls again, but I always say to them, well, go on Nuclear Blast merch, or any other metal merchandise website. Metal bands have been doing vinyls forever, like they never stopped practically. So I don't see why like it's a big deal now. I mean, they've been doing it for years, but I don't know. There we go. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. If you really want to, question any of my beliefs or anything I said in this video, just remember, I don't mean it in like a malicious way or anything. Like, let's just have like a logical, friendly discussion about it. I'm open to changing opinions. I hope whoever I discuss this with is too. But there we go. CD's cool.